Good morning, students. Once again, a very hearty welcome to the English world of Aradhya. Myself, Rosmin sir, teaching English to the students of 9 to 12 standard in English medium. Students, if you remember in my previous video, we had taken the poem Keeping Quiet, written by Pablo Neruda. It is your third poem. We had also learned what is the basic aim of the poet in writing this particular poem. He wants everything and everybody to be quiet in this world, at least for a few seconds. So, the basic aim over here is he wants a pin drop silence, because the human beings especially are leading such a mechanical life. Okay, they have become so self-centered, they have lost their mutual understanding for their fellow beings, and that's why the poet wants everybody to realize this, that what sort of life we are leading in this world of possession. We can say materialistic world means world of possession. Are we ready to change ourselves? This realization can come only through introspection, and introspection can be done best when everything around you, along with your mind also, when you are quiet. When you are completely quiet, then only just you can look at yourself, you can look at your own life, what sort of life you are leading, and that will bring you the right understanding. Because in materialistic world we have become so self-centered. That's what I had told you while explaining the poem also, that many of us go on doing any illegal activities. Okay, we don't bother about the knowledge of right and wrong. We don't even think about the consequences of what we are doing. So the poet wants everybody to lead a perfect life. The poet wants everybody to develop that mutual understanding for their fellow beings and lead a very good life which can help the others, not cheat the others but help the others. And that's why he has written this entire poem. We had finished the explanation of the poem in my last video. Now in this particular video, students, we will discuss about the question answers and the figures of speech. Okay, so your first question over here is, what will counting up to 12 and keeping still help us achieve? So counting up to 12 and keeping still will help us to look at ourselves. We can go for the self-analysis, our own self-analysis. That is a sort of introspection. Okay, we are judging ourselves. So that chance we will get, because we remain so busy in our daily life that we hardly get time to look at our own self. We hardly get time to just analyze ourselves. So this will give us an opportunity to just look at ourselves and also give us the knowledge that what sort of life we are leading. That will also help us to develop the mutual understanding for our fellow beings. That will also help us to realize that how self-centered we are. Self-centered means selfish. Okay, that will also stop us from doing any sort of destructions, either to the nature around us or to the people around us. So keeping quiet and again becoming still, counting up to 12 and keeping quiet will help us to achieve all these things. Understood? Now look at the second question. Do you think the poet advocates total inactivity and death? No, the poet does not advocate total inactivity. When he says that I want everything to be quiet, okay, not a pin should drop on the floor, it means he wants everything to be quiet. So not for the sake of quietness, but he has a particular aim behind that, and the aim I told you what is it, that he wants every human being to look at the type of life they are living. Okay, most of us are living very selfish life. Okay, in that we have become so greedy that we go on doing any illegal activities. Okay, we don't bother about the consequences of our actions. So he wants us to just introspect at our own self. Okay, he wants us to go for the self analysis, and then whatever worst part is there in ourself, that he wants to just remove. So he doesn't advocate total inactivity. but he advocates the most important activity of looking at our own life. Okay, death means, you can say inactivity is like death. So here he doesn't advocate inactivity or death type situation, but he wants us to live with a better understanding by being a better human being. Understood? Then what is the sadness that the poet refers to in the poem? So the sadness that poet refers to in the poem is that many of the people in the world have become very self-centered. Okay, they want to satisfy all their materialistic needs, and for that they go to any extent of doing anything wrong. They have become so greedy that they go on harming the nature also, they go on harming the people around them also. So in a way, all these things, all these sorts of acts are not advisable at all. Okay, so this is the sadness the poet is just suggesting to us, that you develop mutual understanding for your fellow being, which we have left long ago. Okay, if our neighbor is suffering, we don't bother at all. Okay, that sort of situation has come now in the world. So that is the sadness the poet talks about. Okay, then your next question is, what symbol from nature does the poet invoke to say that there can be life under apparent stillness? So in the last stanza he says that perhaps the earth can teach us. Okay, in the last stanza he says that perhaps the earth can teach us when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Through these lines he is trying to say that when the seeds are sown, until they die, the new plant will not come out of it. So when everything seems dead, after that only the new life comes. So in that type situation, here you see a new life is about to begin. So that's what the poet refers to over here. So he takes the symbol of this nature, okay, earth, and then he tells us to just die with our old self, self-centered self, greedy self, and come up with a new sort of understanding. Okay. Now students, we will look at those 4 questions you have. So now we will look at the figures of speech. First stanza you see. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. If you take those 2 lines together, lines are 2 but sentence is 1, because after still only the full stop comes. So if we take those 2 lines together, then we will is repeated twice. So you can say it is repetition. Okay. Then you can also say it is 212. 212 means T sound is repeated. So it is alliteration also. Then counting to 12 and keeping still, all those things require what? Patience. So counting to 12, counting up to 12 requires patience. It stands for patience. So you can say it is metonymy also. And he wants us to do 2 different things. First count to 12 and then you keep quiet, keep still. So it is climax also. So first 2 lines have these 4 figures of speech. Okay. Now if we go on to the second stanza, for once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Okay. Now for once on the face of the earth, so earth is given a human quality of having a face, so it is personification. Second is, he says let's not speak in any language. So let's not, negative word not is there, so it is litotes. Okay. Students, apart from that, you see for once on the face of the earth. Now once also begins with O and on is also there next to it. So it is not alliteration. Many of you might go for, sir, दोनों वर्ड की शुरुआत ओ से ही होती है. So ओ से होती है, but once the pronunciation begins with V and on का pronunciation begins with O. So their sounds are different. In alliteration we see only sound. If the same sound is there, then only it is alliteration. Here you can take 2 other words which have the same sound. Okay, for and face. So F sound is repeated in those 2 words. through those two words. So you can say it is alliteration, but not for once and on. For and face, you can say it is alliteration. Okay, next third line we will take. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. So here again students, let's not speak. So he is addressing all the people of the world, all his readers who are not present at that time. So you can say this is also apostrophe. All these lines are apostrophe also, because they are addressed to all the people of the world who are not present at the time of writing this poem. Okay, let's stop for 1 second. So that is addressed to everyone. So you can say it is apostrophe. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Arms is again a body part. So you can say it is synecdoche. Okay, and not is there in the sentence, so it is litotes. Okay. Apart from that students, you see it is also alliteration, because and arms, a sound is repeated through that. Okay, so it is alliteration also. So here that second stanza gets over for the figures of speech. Now we will move on to the third stanza. Third stanza, it would be an exotic movement, without rush, without engines. Okay, so if we take those two lines together, then exotic means unusual movement, which is not possible in reality. It is not possible, just the poet is imagining that. So you can say it is hyperbole. Everything becoming quiet, it is not possible at all. Human beings can keep quiet. Okay, machines can be stopped, so machine sound can be stopped, but what about the animals and birds, insects? Can you stop them? You cannot stop them. So they will have their own sound. So it is not possible for the entire world to keep quiet, along with the living and non-living things. Understood? So it is hyperbole. And without rush, without engine. So without word is repeated, so you can say it is repetition. Okay. And engine here refers to all sorts of machine. So it is metonymy also. Understood? Engine refers to all sorts of machine. Okay. And rush also refers to all the vehicles and all the people who are rushing. So it is metonymy. Then next two lines, we would all be together. Now again here in the beginning only va sound is repeated, we would. So it is alliteration. Okay, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness, sudden strangeness. So there also S sound is repeated. So it is alliteration, student. Okay, and strangeness here stands for tranquility. So you can say it is metonymy. Understood? Again here you have in the first line, we would all be together. So we and be both have the ending sound same. So it is internal rhyme. When ending sound is same, it is internal rhyme. Now we move on to the next stanza. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. So you see here students, it is again negative statement. So it is litotes, litotes, and here wood and whales, va sound is repeated through those two words. So it is alliteration. Okay, you can also say it is anastrophe, because fishermen would not harm whales in the cold sea. It should be like this, but in the cold sea is taken first. So word order is changed. So it is anastrophe. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Hurt hands, H sound is repeated. So it is alliteration. And it is also synecdoche, because hands suggest what? A body part. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Understood? So here it is synecdoche and alliteration. Now we move on to the next page. First line you see, those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire. Okay. So here the people who prepare green wars, the people who are going against the environment, that refers to those people, war against the environment. So it is metonymy. Understood? War with gas, war with fire. So war with is repeated. So it is students repetition. Okay. Then what else it can be? Those who prepare green wars, it is addressed to such people, this particular line. No, about them it is spoken about. So we cannot say any other figure of speech in that line. Victory with no survivors. So victory with no survivors, here again negative word is there, no, so it is litotes, okay. And it is also an irony, they get the victory but there is no one to celebrate, survivors are not there. So it is what irony, that though they got the victory, there is no one to celebrate it, okay. And here students, was sound is repeated through the words victory and with, so you can say it is alliteration, okay. Would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. So doing nothing, ending sound is same, ing, so it is internal rhyme, students, okay. And it is also would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers. So students, here it is irony, again it is irony that these people, even though they have no survivors to celebrate that victory, they would put on clean clothes instead of bloody clothes. So that is also irony, students, okay. And walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. So two actions are suggested over here, putting on the clothes and then walking about. So it is climax, okay. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. If we take these three lines together, because they are in just 2-3 words, so it is negative word not, so it is litotes, students. It is also metonymy because inactivity suggests a death like state, so that's why it is metonymy. And what I want should not be confused, what and want, W sound, was sound is repeated, so it is alliteration, okay. Next line, life is what it is about, so here also E sound is repeated through the words it and is, so it is alliteration, okay, students. And it suggests that life is what it is about, so it is about just going on, it is about that life should never stop, life should go on only. So you can say, students, it is what? It is the figure of speech over here is life is given the human quality, so it is personification. So life is about going on, working. I want no truck with death. So here again no word is there, so it is litote, students. And want and with, those two words are there which represent v sound, so it is alliteration, okay. Then next line, if we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing. If we take those three lines together, then students, you see moving, nothing, ing sound is there in the end of those two words, so it is internal rhyme, okay. Again a sound is repeated through the words about and v sound is repeated through the words we and were, so it is alliteration. And here single-minded means selfish, so it is metonymy. For selfish people, word taken is single-minded, okay. So keeping, moving and nothing, that represents internal rhyme, and then single-minded refers to the selfish people, and v sound is repeated, a sound is repeated. So students, it is, as I told you, metonymy, alliteration, and also litotes, because nothing is there in the end of the sentence, so it is a negative sentence, so it is litotes. Now we move on to the next stanza. Perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness. So here silence is given the quality of interrupting, so it is personification, and this sadness refers to the sad condition that man has become very selfish. So that is, students, you can say it is metonymy, okay. Then again you see in those two lines, silence and sadness, S sound is repeated through those two words, so it is alliteration. Of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. So here in these two lines, ourselves word is repeated twice, so it is repetition, okay. Again never word is there, so it is litotes, yeah. And of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. So two different activities are mentioned over here. So it is climax also. Two different activities is talking about. Then second last stanza you see, perhaps the earth can teach us. Now earth is what? A non-living thing. How can earth teach us? So it is personification. Understood? As when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So here two different ideas, opposite ideas are mentioned. Everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. So it is antithesis. Okay? Two different opposite ideas are mentioned in the same line. So it is antithesis. And last stanza you see, now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. So here three actions should be done in order. First, he is asking us to, he will count up to 12, that time we are supposed to keep quiet and he will go. So it is climax. It is also students metonymy, because in the beginning only I told you counting up to 12 means we have to keep patience. It is used for patience. So it is metonymy, and I will is repeated twice. So it is repetition also. So climax, metonymy and repetition. Understood? Students, so with that we come to the end of this wonderful poem. I hope you have understood it well. You have also learned the figures of speech of it. We have also discussed the question answers. Kindly prepare this wonderful poem for your board exam. Okay, it is a very good poem, and I hope you won't lose any marks in writing the question answers or in writing the figures of speech. So students, with that we come to the end of this wonderful poem. Kindly just pay attention to it. Thank you and have a nice day.